Whenever you're around the sky, you'll be over the moon. He's the minister of love. He'll be your joy with a voice that makes the world swoon. He'll make you believe in love. He'll have you saying, I deserve what he did on Train of Love 1. Oh, the nerve. He's the epitome of authenticity, a perfecter of his craft, always willing to put in the graft. One thing about him, he'll leave you just speaking to your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, the Choo Choo Train of Love 2 is ready to start. Please welcome our conductor and maestro. We're talking about none other than Donald.
Yo, who wrote that?
You know, so many people.
I'd love to know.
Donald, how are you?
Hey, Zanella, how are you?
I'm good. Are you good?
Good. I'm good. I'm seeing you every day. I'm happy.
I know,
As long as I
right?
see you,
It's almost like you're following me around, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. But Donald, today we are officially welcoming you to this family that is Five Drive.
Yes.
As the Minister of Love, it's been open for a very long time, that post.
Yes.
You know, so thank you for filling it. And thank you for being here. And there's a certain way that we always welcome our incredible guests onto the show, right? I mean, so firstly, we'd have to say congratulations on Train of Love 2.
Wow.
It's doing the things that need to be done already,
ma'am.
and
Yes,
we
ma'am.
love it for you.
Thank you.
Even trending on TikTok and things like that.
Yep,
Shout outs.
yep.
But we also have a young question for you.
Okay.
Okay, we call this the Great Divide, Yeva. The
Divide?
Great Divide.
Yeah.
So you have to choose. I know. You have to choose one side or the other.
Okay.
Okay, there's no in between.
Okay. I think I'm not gonna like this, but it's good.
Okay,
Let's go.
okay. Here we go, Minister of Love. We want to know: is there a difference between saying "I love you" and saying "I'm in love with you"? Please, can we have your official statement?
Yes, there is a difference.
Thank you, Donald.
Like I thought that was obvious. Am I
Donald-
But why, Donald? Why is there a difference for you?
being in? Yo, listen. This might not be the most perfect answer
Okay.
that you're gonna get.
It's okay.
But saying I love you, I mean, I love my friend here, Kelvin Mercy. I'm not in love with Kelvin Mercy.
Ooh.
I don't know how to.
I get that though.
I don't know which words I can use.
I get it because I don't say I'm in love with you to my friends. I love
Of course
them.
not.
Hey,
Because
but-
when you're in love with someone, then it's like you guys are some sort of like one thing.
yeah.
But is it not
it's
still
too-
love though?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's still love, but it's like, listen, if I'm in love with you, we know a hell of a lot about each other.
Yes.
We might even know each other naked.
You know what
Like,
I mean,
it's like-
Donald?
It's like a little too, you know what I mean? It's a little too
I do hear you, but like
two person.
no, I do hear you.
Yeah.
But for me,
Yeah.
love is always love,
Okay.
regardless.
And you don't think there's like
love
different-
holds love is love. Love holds weight throughout,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I've been with my partner for 11 years, and I have loved her for all 11 years,
Got you,
and I've loved different versions of her.
100%.
If I was in love with her, I would have fallen out of love with her because that person that I first met has changed in 11 years.
Yes.
But for me,
Yeah.
love is always
So
love.
I'm gonna say
there's-
this. So I'm
there's
gonna
no
say this.
difference.
So in your
Yeah.
situation, I will say, Nick, you've probably been in love with your partner, and at some point, probably fallen out of love with her. It doesn't mean you don't love her. When you fall out of love with someone, doesn't mean you still don't love them.
So is there a difference between
Yes.
love
So-
and in love?
Yeah, yes, because
Yes.
so basically loving someone and being in love with them. Oh, listen.
It's
Wait,
hard.
okay.
It's
we
hard.
just
it's
gave
hard.
Donald a brain aneurysm.
Like, okay, so like for example, like my ex-girlfriend who was someone that was meant to be my wife, I can safely say for the longest time, even after the relationship, I still loved her, but I just wasn't in love with her anymore.
And the difference is, because I see it the way that you do, is
Yeah.
that when you're in love with someone,
Yeah.
the love is so active that you
Yes.
take a bullet for the person.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Like
hella
you-
active.
like
yeah,
you-
but I can love you and not take a bullet for
Yeah, but
you.
that's what I'm saying.
Because that's when I'm really not in love with you anymore.
For me, there is a difference. I think love, there's an unconditional acceptance of the person that you love.
Yes.
And then being in love
love.
with someone is very intense emotions towards that person,
Yes.
Visualizing a partner in them.
Yes.
Sort of a
Younger, take
vibe,
us
yeah.
home.
I don't think there's a difference because I kind of feel like what Nick said, like love is love. So it's like I could fall in love with someone and love them. But then there are still people I love. The feeling is love.
same.
Yeah, the feeling is still love, essentially. So I don't think it's different. You could see it as I fell in love with Nick, but prior to me falling in love with Nick, maybe I didn't love him. Maybe that was the process that started me to start loving Nick.
So our minister
The
over here is
confusion.
stumped. First day in office and already now it's hectic.
Yeah,
eh?
no, listen.
But let's give you a little bit of an easier question, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And especially because, I mean, we were at your album launch just the other day.
Yes, ma'am.
You were sharing stories and things, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
ma'am.
About Train
Yes,
of
ma'am.
Love 2,
Yeah.
where certain like songs came through from. So I have to ask, because now I'm privy to the story. You told us, Donald, unfortunately, there was a partner
Yeah.
that cheated on you with a soccer player.
Yes, ma'am.
That is what some of the
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that was some of the most difficult betrayals. So I have to ask you, because as our minister,
Yeah.
surely you have gems for us.
Yeah.
How do you get over something like that?
Listen, the first step to healing is acceptance.
Okay.
If you do not accept that something has happened and that there's absolutely nothing you can do about it,
Yeah.
is literally the first step for you to healing. I think I just had to accept that, listen, soccer players are also desirable, and my girl was just desiring this guy. You know what I mean? And also I had to understand that it really has nothing to do with me. It just has everything to do with
Fair.
her seeing that guy and thinking, and just loving the aesthetic. These guys have an aesthetic about them. I know because I was a football player myself. I played with some of these guys.
Okay.
Literally, some of these guys who play pro football, I played with them. So I know that thing, what it is. And I know that females, I don't know about other parts of the world, but in this country, girls love soccer players.
And
Sana.
nice legs, lots of running.
You trust me. Like the most fittest guys in the world are footballers.
Yeah.
They're really fit and lean too, because you're not required to do a lot of weight.
Yes.
So you're nice and
Yes.
lean, but you're really strong. And girls like that, man. It is what it is. So I had to accept that she had that weak moment and that it wasn't anything to do with me.
Can I tell you, I am so tickled by Donald telling us that we must not be in denial.
Please don't be.
Don't be in denial. I am so tickled. Oh my goodness. I love that.
We kind of stumped you as our Minister of Love, and
Yes,
you
sir.
are now and forevermore. Like, we'll phone you, but like, Minister of Love,
Yeah,
we need
what are we
you.
doing in this
Yeah,
situation?
like we
Please
need
do, please
we
call
need
me.
we need your help.
Please
So
call me.
we're asking a very important question on the show today, and you can get involved. 082-550-5151. Is there a difference between in love and love? Saying I'm in love with you or saying I love you, are they the same thing or not? Ashley actually jumped onto the WhatsApp line. Ash, take us away.
Hey guys, it's Ashley here. I just wanted to give my 2 cents. A lot of people confuse falling in love or being in love with being infatuated. Infatuation is that feeling of being obsessed with someone, being like passionate and everything is hot and heavy. And yeah, that's also a lot of the times what happens in the beginning of the relationship before it settles into like a deep love. Or otherwise you just break up when that like kind of just doesn't do it for you. But it's like saying, what's the difference between the word eat and eating? Like, I like to eat, and the eating is the process.
Don't do that.
Falling in love is like the process of learning to love someone. It's the same thing. Thank you guys. Love the show.
It is the same thing.
No.
Thank
I was going to say, Nick, think about it, right? I just met you right now, but it's so easy for me to say, yo, Nick, man. Like before I leave today, I could easily say, yo, Nick, man, I love you, bro.
There
love
it
you too,
is.
Donald.
There
I
it
could
is.
never ever say, Nick, I'm in love with you
There
after
it
meeting you
is.
an hour before.
But you
that
s-
makes no sense.
But you saw me and you immediately fell in love. So I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what you want. What you want from me?
I think there's guys that do that, right? They
Yes.
meet girls and then on the same day they're already telling them they're in love with them. Do you know how creepy that is?
It's
Nick?
called love bombing.
Yeah, no.
It's called love bombing. Exactly.
So we're saying don't do that.
Yes.
No,
we're-
please
we-
do not.
And we're closing this matter now. We're
Okay.
saying don't love bomb each other. And I think love is a matured, or in love is a matured love, and we'll leave it there.
I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
Agree
enough.
to disagree.
Yeah. Donald, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
So, your album, some incredible tracks, and there's some incredible artists as well who you work with.
Yes, sir.
I watched Manana perform before Manana became Manana to everybody.
Damn.
I want to ask you,
Yeah.
you know, being a legend,
Yeah.
you know, having 10 projects out, like you were saying off air.
Yeah.
If you were in Manana's shoes, what do you think his next step should be? You know, being someone who's been in the industry for so long and done so many different things.
Yeah.
You've seen things, you've learned things. What can you tell a young guy like Manana about the journey, about the industry?
Geez, that's a really difficult one. That's such a great question, Nick. But I will tell you this: there's certain artists in this world who come only once, and Manana is one of those artists who is very difficult for you to kind of preempt their journey. Their journey will be their whole journey at the end of the day will be the first time it happens, because it's such an anomaly, right? So it's difficult to give someone like that advice. However, what I will say, which I believe he's already doing, and that's why he's who he is, just be one with the art at all times. Everything else will fall into place. So the business side of things will fall into place. The everything else around your career will fall into place. But if you are one with your art at all times, you sing those songs and we listen and we believe you every time, that's all I have to say.
Beautiful.
That's as far as it goes.
I wanted to ask you about your new album,
Yes, sir.
Train of Love 2,
Yeah.
which is a sequel. Why the sequel? Why a sequel?
Because Train of Love 1 2012 release is iconic.
Yes.
And if you have an iconic album like that, I believe at some point in your career, you've got to look back and maybe do like maybe call it a celebration or a commemoration of that moment. So for me, it was really important to also remind myself and everyone else where it actually began for me. Because that Train of Love album is so important. And I just wanted to give it more significance. I think that's more of what that is.
I almost failed maths because of you. I was
Why?
waiting for your video to come onto the television the whole time instead of studying. I'm not, guys. I'm not joking.
Are you serious?
I was watching Over the Moon over and over and over again.
Yeah, so you were that type of a fan.
I was in matric, busy watching Donald Day being over the moon.
That is crazy.
Right?
So you see how iconic that is, and for me to be able to do a Train of Love 2 is even more iconic.
Now someone
That's
else is going to fail
right.
their math exam.
You know what I mean?
Zanele was in denial.
You know what I mean?
That's what happened.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I'm so
man.
curious. Like, I've always wondered, like, what the motivation was behind artists like dropping their projects on their birthdays. Like,
Yeah.
why not separate them? Why keep the project with like a special day like your birthday? Yeah.
So I mean, birthdays mean different things to different people, right? For me, it's always been just a day for me to remember that I am also a special human being. 'Cause
Yeah.
then everyone kind of looks your way, right? Hey, it's your day. Happy birthday. God bless you. Blah blah. But then for me, I'm like, no, but all this attention goes to waste. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. You guys are telling me that I'm all great or whatever my day. But how about you guys can look into buying something for me on that day. So for me, it's been like a business decision, and I've probably dropped 3 times on my birthday.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, because it's like all this attention for nothing. No, let's go. New album or new song.
I love
or new
that.
EP. Let's go. You know.
He's not just a businessman, he's a business
Come on.
man.
Young Tony.
Exactly. Donald, congratulations on Train of Love 2.
Thank you so much.
We are so proud of you. We're so happy for you. We love everything that you're doing. Like you heard from us, we believe you're a legend. You're an icon in the music industry. You've etched your name in history already, just with what you've done with R&B. So shout out. Well done. We love you so much. And here's to 1 million streams in 1 week.
Yep.
500,000 on the
Yes,
on the
man.
album. I mean, or rather
On the
on the
video.
music video.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. But congratulations, and we love you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
guys.
you.
I really appreciate it. This was really so dope, man.
Aw.
Am I leaving already?
Donald, there's
Wow,
money to
guys.
give away. We're so sorry. You see how you're a business. We're also a business here on 5FM. We love you, okay?